Right. So it should be up. Let's practice.
Yep.
Pit lane speed
It's
limit
weird,
is
just say that
88
you live, but there's
kilometers
no
per hour.
Ah, there we go.
Pit exit looks clear.
So let's put this to 1080p.
The leader has just done a
Yeah, I think that's
144.79.
looking good, right?
Alright, Paul,
Yeah,
there's a faster
smooth.
car
FPS
approaching.
wise. Yeah, look at that, 90 FPS.
That's better.
Yeah, I have to mute the stream, so there's a delay my way as well.
Oh, you know, I haven't got running. I haven't got RaceLab as an app just running.
That's not running.
No, I'll run it now because
Yeah.
it did make a difference. I don't know why it's not running. I thought I'd started it.
But I mean, that's a huge difference to yesterday. You have
Yeah.
110 FPS while streaming.
Right, here we go. Right, is there RaceLab apps? Oh, I'm a bit ahead of you, aren't I? Right, now let's go.
Yeah, you're a bit ahead. I'm not sure how much it is. I think like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Not sure why.
There's a car behind, take care, rejoin him.
Yeah, I said on when I went to YouTube, it already said that you're live
Car right.
when you weren't.
Clear right.
There was no live stream yet. So I guess that's the delay then.
I'm still getting
Car behind's a
90s,
faster class.
9900s, that's good.
That was very good. Much better than yesterday. Oh, some Porsche just spinned it in turn 1. That's you. The race apps is for some reason not showing up on screen. I'm not sure why.
Am I driving yet?
You're driving already, yeah? You just left the pits and passed turn 2.
Well, I'll sort that out.
Yeah. Well, that's weird.
I don't know why this happened.
Sometimes you have to reload the stuff in Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Like just double click the browser source and then say reload. I'm not sure what it says after that. Reload something. That should help.
I'm not fine. Where am I going? I want the layouts. That's it. I didn't do it via layouts. Open. Right.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Ah, yeah, because you got the what is it called? The new feature.
Layouts.
It's little cards. Yeah. Info cards. I'm not sure how they called it.
Yeah, the layouts is like a whole sort of thing. Right, is it on now in stream? Is there stuff opened up?
You have to wait for a second.
I can tell quicker actually by looking at the Streamlabs layout thing. Oh no, it ain't. Wait,
Oh yeah.
Open it. Why ain't it working?
Well, I'm not 100% sure if we should fix that now or maybe after the Daytona race. Because I saw that you still have the angle between, the angle setting for the ultra wide. Running as triple screens.
Yeah, I've done that on purpose because why is it not working? Let's close that. I've done that on purpose because when you look at not crew cheat, I keep opening crew cheat instead of RaceLab apps because when I'm streaming, I'm using the borders to what you call it? I'm using the border. There you go. Right, you can see it now. See, it looks pretty.
Probably in a few seconds, yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is all of my info is in the borders, and then I'll have there's a map coming which I'll put in the middle, down bottom, or up there, and move things around. But yeah. So yeah, it's working now.
Ah, there we go. Yep.
Yeah.
So I think it's like 20 seconds delay. It's quite a bit. It's it's not too bad, but yeah, I think it looked good with the map in the middle.
Yeah, because I was getting stuttering, I had like the input telemetry in the middle.
Yeah.
I got rid of that because it seems to be lagging behind and whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got rid of it, and I haven't got anything else there.
That looks pretty good now. But yeah, what else?
Yeah. This looks great actually. We're at 100 frames a second with cars around me. That's brilliant.
And I think it's a pretty stacked lobby as well, right? It's a lot of cars.
Seems to be, yeah.
Let's see how it is on the start finish straight.
Yeah, it's at 90.
It's still 90, okay.
Yeah,
that's very good,
87, yeah.
That's awesome. That's even better than I thought.
And the relative seems to be up to date.
Oh, yeah, right, that was working slow.
Sorry, yeah.
No.
I'm rubbish at chatting about shit. I'm rubbish at chatting and then driving. But yeah. But yeah, no, it's brilliant. That's sorted out.
Yeah, the other thing I was talking about was your FOV probably isn't correct.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, because I mean, I was I sent you that picture with the angle setting on the top right.
Yeah.
Where like the screen is rendered as triple screen.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's a 13-degree angle.
Yeah.
Between screens.
But you've changed
I am
it.
not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that is correct actually.
So what is it now? I can't remember what you do now. You do it as one screen or something, do you?
Yeah, I think the best thing to do would be, well, you have a screenshot of your settings right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do another one, and so we have the same values as well.
Take a screenshot now, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we have it for reference in the future. If you have to install it again for some reason.
Oh yeah. There we go. Pictures. I'll crop it. This is just it's way too big. you won't be able to read it.
I think just scroll. No, if you zoom into it, you should be able to read it.
I don't know. Oh, I need to send that on the wrong channel. Right, there you go.
Where did you send it?
Yeah, I needed to put it on GTSR and like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, so we don't care.
Alright, we got it there. Okay, so what you want to change is number of screens to 1
right.
on the left.
Yep.
Then I think multi-projection should turn off by itself.
Yep, it has.
Yeah, it should be grayed out, right? Yeah. And then you don't want to have an angle at all, so just set it to 0. And that should do something to your FOV if you press enter. Should be lower now.
It says 45.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, right. We got to do the monitor width as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. So I think it would be easiest if you do millimeters for the top 2 settings. I'm not sure if you can actually do that, or if it all changes to inches.
Right.
Can you change it separately? Oh yeah, you can. Okay, that's great. So change the bottom, the top 2 to 1, 2 to 0. So 1220. That's both the monitor width and the visible width, and then viewing distance you can leave it on inches because you probably measured that.
Yeah. Now it's gone to 81.
Yeah, that should be correct then.
Okay. And try that, yeah?
Yep. I guess you're sitting pretty far away from the screen, is that correct?
About 28.1 inches.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. The screen's right up to the edge of the table, is like on the end, you know? Like your screen's kind of over your sort of your drive, isn't it? Like right near the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can barely straighten my fingers if I have them on the wheel.
I've got about a foot between the actual wheel and the screen.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
I can't get any closer unless I do a funny shaped desk. And then Dan won't be able to play his gaming because there'll be no for his keyboard to go.
Oh. Yeah,
so,
okay.
Right, let's try that then.
Yeah, it should be a lot different than before.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get that mirror.
It is super weird. I noticed it as well when the Lambo came out because of that weird screen in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it was facing away from me, and I was like, "Wait, that can't be right."
Oh yeah.
Like where? I guess you can see it on the stream if you check that later.
Yeah.
Because now the screen is like, it's not really facing towards you, but it's like not facing away either.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when it's off, you know what I mean? It's got an angry Porsche behind me. And he crashed.
You have noticed on the right, the bar, I'm not sure if it's called what is the name? A bar? I'm not sure, the one where the windshield is set into.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
It is much more to the right. Because before you could almost see out of the right window.
Yeah.
Right now it's the Porsche that has spun out. You could almost see out of the window on the right. That's just not correct.
Yeah.
And this should feel much more natural actually. Because I saw on a few pages that if you have one of these ultra-wide screens,
yep,
you should just go for tape measure band instead of like the solid one or static one.
Right.
And then just push it to the screen or into the screen, and then measure from side to side. So that'll get, and then it'll put into effect the curvature as well.
Oh, so I need to redo that when I can, yeah?
But you don't have to do anything else. But yeah, when you normally measure from side to side without the curvature, then it is like 1,200 millimeters, and like these 2 extra centimeters or whatever, they come from the curvature, so the image is just nicely on the whole screen.
Gotcha.
Because there's no need for these angles, what we said before. Because the game it already takes it into account. There's other games, I've noticed it in Rocket League, I think it was. You'll just have crazy lines on the outside, or like the image is just super stretched on the outside. And that's just not happening in iRacing. Because I guess they're doing the same thing for the triple screens as well. Like there's no stretching at all between the pictures. And it seems like that is true as well if you just have a single screen. There's just no difference. Because I think I talked to the guy actually that came up with that idea. And he was like, yeah, here's the map, and I took a look at it, and I mean, it is kind of making sense. He was like using 3 screens and put them at the sides pretty much, or one in the center, 2 at the sides of the monitor as well. Like if you had 3 screens that are having the same effect as the one screen that you have in front of you.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And he was just thinking of the center point of each monitor, then prolonging that into the distance, and where they will meet, he took that angle, and that was the 13 degrees that we had before.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
So as if you had 3 monitors, and they would have a 13-degree angle between them. But yeah, that caused more stretching, I think, of the image than it would actually be in a rear car.
Yeah,
that is noticeable here in the Lambo, but in the other cars it's even bigger, because you see that the front, the windshields, they are not as small as they look like in the other FOV.
Right. Yeah, I'd noticed there's always a bit of sort of like distortion, but I thought, well, you're going to get that on such a wide screen, you know?
Yeah. I noticed this, I think, in the Ferrari as well. The Ferrari is another extreme example. Where you would see the A-pillar, I think that's what it's called. Couldn't think of the word.
Think you're right. Yeah, you're right. I think it is called that.
Yeah. With the other FOV, you could see the right one as well, the one on the right of the windshield.
Right.
And you wouldn't see that in a car.
No.
If you sit in a Ferrari in the same seating position, you wouldn't see that there was a cut of your eyesight for whatever reason on the right side. You wouldn't see it. And I noticed that, as I said, with the Lambo, with the screen in the middle facing away from you, instead of like being either straight or towards you. It wouldn't make any sense if you had that screen in a rear car. You want to look at the cars behind you. You have to kind of look around the corner.
Yeah, it's not there for your passengers, is it?
Yeah.
Watching a movie.
Yeah, that can't be right. And then I watched some videos of the Mercedes, the AMG GT3, like on boards of Nürburgring and stuff.
Yep.
And then I tried to have a look at what it would look like in the game. And then I noticed, if you just go to the single screen and measure the distances correctly, then it will look like just in that video of the Mercedes.
Ah, cool. Done your research then.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I was taking that for granted that it's correct all the time. These 13 degrees.
Well, you do. Someone's told you it, and you think that must be right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if that guy had shown me the math back then, I would say, okay, that's fine. I got the evidence that it's correct, apparently. And would have never won it, but yeah. On other cars, it's not that apparent to me, but it was on the Lamborghini because of that weird display that they have. Because I mean, it's still mounted in a weird place, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's horrible.
Somewhere in the middle and offset to the right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they didn't just put it on the what is that called? Where your wheels mounted as well. On the dash,
yeah.
Why they didn't mount it there, like in the Ferrari or something?
Yeah, it's a distraction. I've tried using it. So I wanted to go as real as possible, kind of thing. I don't want this floating mirror, you know what I mean? I thought you've got a mess. But you can see that movement, too much movement out the corner of your eye on that screen.
Yeah.
And I find it really hard to ignore. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah. You're worrying a bit too much about it then.
Yeah.
That's so detailed, yeah.
I can ignore that mirror above me. Some say I always do too much, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem in the LMP2, by the way, because it doesn't have a rear mirror at all. It just has side mirrors. I'm not sure why.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you use just them, or?
Yeah, I'm just saying, well, fuck it then. I don't use the virtual mirror there.
Wow.
Even though it might be a good thing. But yeah. I'm just trying to keep it real. Yeah. Natural sense. Yeah.
So, does that mean you're turning off all overlays as well, yeah?
On practice sessions, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the fun. Or sometimes just pulling up a test drive on Nürburgring, on the Nordschleife as well.
Yeah.
And then just say fuck it and turn everything else off. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I'd be tempted in VR to do that, and like, especially if it's in like an open wheel.
Oh yeah.
And just have everything off, just your mirrors.
By the way, do we want to try one last thing? Remember I was talking about these dynamic cube maps?
Oh, yep.
They do make a huge difference, so we could check how much of a performance impact that has.
So, where are we? Yeah, it's on 0 at the moment, yeah?
Yeah, you can just quit the practice session. You can join that later, I guess, to test it out. Because there's quite a few cars in here, that's pretty good. And then it's in the renderer file as well, I think.
Alright, we're going back there, are we?
Yep.
Documents. iRacing, all one down the bottom. Feel like an expert now. Control F.
I don't need that one this time.
Alright, what one is this one? Sorry.
It's almost at the top, so kinda, at least. So there's different.
There's dynamic shadow fade time. Is that it? No, I'm guessing you're. Oh, it's loads.
Let me check. Where's that one?
That's about 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 or 7 down.
Well, that's already a bit too far. The one we need is called. Wait, I can do it in Discord. I guess that's easier. It's called non-dynamic cube maps.
I'll see it.
I can post it. Oh, you got it, right?
Yep.
It is there 2 times. It's under graphics options, and then there's another one under replay options. So for replay, you can actually put that a bit higher, so it looks better. So one is under graphics options with the what's it called, edgy brackets.
Oh right, yeah. Right, okay, yeah. So graphics options, right? So we've got. Then there's dynamic cube maps is 0, yeah? Exactly,
yeah, and you want to put that to, let's try 50.
Right.
So...
Keep losing it. Fuck, you got it. Oh, here we go, right.
Yeah.
Num dynamic cube maps 50, yeah?
Exactly, yep.
Yeah.
So what this will do is, it's a bit dynamic. In the explanation, it says 100 means that every frame basically gets a cube map refresh. So if you have 120 FPS, you'll have 120 cube maps as well, or the shadows are going to be rendered every frame, basically. That's a bit overkill, because it'll stay pretty smooth. I think even if you go down to 30 FPS on these cube maps, it's pretty much the reflections on the car and everything you can see in the cockpit.
Okay, so save this.
Yeah, save that and go back into the practice session, and we'll have a look how bad it is. Because the problem is, if you just do the 1 or set it to 1 in the graphics options, that'll set it to 100 already, and that's a bit overkill. That's why it takes up. I think if you're normally at, like, say 100 FPS and you turn it to 1, it'll go down to like 60 FPS or something. That's how big an issue as it is.
Right.
And that's a good thing. You can just set it here in the ini file, set it a bit lower, and that'll not take as much resources, but still look very good. Also,
cool. How'd you know all this shit?
I think I googled the dynamic cube maps because I was wondering what do they actually do, because I never tried that setting. And then somewhere, I think on Reddit or in an iRacing forum, there was something about this ini file, and that you can set it to a lower amount. it was pretty much a random find on the internet.
Right.
Because I wouldn't play with it just set to 1. As well, that's a way too big of a hit, performance-wise. So yeah, we can check if 50 or 30 or something, or 25, if that's still okay. Because actually that brings iRacing pretty close to Gran Turismo Sport. That may sound weird, but actually it is. You notice it in on the cars that are in front of you. They look pretty dull, actually, if you have these turned off.
Yeah.
Not saying they look like they're placed into the environment, but you might notice a difference.
Sure.
As soon as you're into the lobby.
Yeah.
Because they look a bit more natural, like the whole lighting and everything around them is processed and then actually refracted onto the car. So if you go past the grandstands, for example, these should reflect onto the cars. And in the cockpit, that's like, I think I posted a video in Discord. In the cockpit, you notice that the whole lighting is different. It's like, it should be a bit darker, I think.
Right.
If I remember correctly. And everything, the sun will have an effect on the whole lighting in the cockpit, basically. And you notice it as well in the nighttime when the floodlight lights, I think they're called.
Yeah.
The ones that are around the whole track.
Yeah.
When they are on, you notice them getting reflected as well on your hood and in the cockpit. Well, if you don't have that on, it'll just, it'll change the lighting, like on, off.
Gotcha.
And
yeah. Right, let's get out of here then. Oh, did I need to check anything on the graphics, or just go?
Yeah, you could just... Oh wait, we can check in the graphics if it's set to 1. Don't worry, it's not 1 actually, it's just showing it that there's some dynamic shadow maps. But if it is set to 1, that is the correct setting then.
Okay.
Then it will put in the
dynamic cube map set to 1.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
that's correct then.
Let's have a look then. Initially, it looks like you lost a lot of frames.
Yeah.
66 now. 70.
It is a big hit, yeah. It gets better in the infield though. I guess that's because the whole grandstand is rendered as well now. It's like Daytona's one of the worst offenders. Think of like Nürburgring, the start-finish straight as well.
Yep.
These big grandstands, it's always an FPS drop as well.
Yeah, we get 76.
You should notice it. Well, it is pretty bright in here for some reason.
It does feel a little bit darker in the car.
Yeah, and the shadows, they should look a bit more natural as well. Like some more stuff lighting up that wouldn't normally do. Above your head, pretty much, the roof of the car.
Right.
Or the ceiling that should light up when the sun is coming from behind.
I look up while I'm on the oval. Oh. There you go. Actually, the shadows look a lot better in car. Yeah, moving around the car.
Exactly, and that moving part, that is where the FPS come in from these shadow maps. So the lower that is, I think if we set it to 1 instead of 50, that would make it like jacked, like very laggy. But I think we can lower that value actually by a bit again.
Yep.
Like cut it in half and see how that is.
Okay.
Because I think best thing would be like to have a find a sweet spot where it doesn't cost you that much performance, but still looks good.
Yeah,
it is quite a nice addition, especially when it's going into nighttime and or the sunrise as well, of course.
So documents, iRacing, all right at the bottom, renderer, like dynamic. So what do you reckon now? Like 40, 40 or?
I think we can go to 30.
30,
and see how that looks. Yeah, if that's just too laggy or if it skips too much. Oh, hi Amanda. Bye Amanda.
It's just gonna be a glass of wine.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Oh.
Alright, so here we go. Start by racing again.
Yeah, because I have it. Actually, I can try that as well. Because I have it set to 50 as well. And I'm not sure if that is a bit too much, especially on the start finish straight.
Yeah. For this track, you mean? Right?
Yeah. Let's see how that looks. Because I tried, I think 75 or something, and was too much as well.
Right.
And then I went just with 50 and left it at that.
I think I'll take a screenshot of these settings once we're done, because if it ever, I'll never find it again. I'll be pinging you. Help.
I guess you can just pull that file as well into Discord. I think it should upload that one as well. But then you have it if you need it.
Oh yeah.
Basically, in there are all the settings that you see on the graphics tab that we were looking at, and it's just in a number format instead of like low, high, or something.
Do you mean like the whole file, or just a screenshot of it?
Yeah, the whole file, like the renderer ini file. That is pretty much everything that is on the graphics tab in iRacing, and
there you go.
A few more. Like there's one setting, it's called FXAA. It's pretty much a different style of smoothing out the edges.
Right.
And this one is one that uses sharpening as well. Like it is... I'm not even sure how to say it in German. So,
it might be the same. I'm going to try it.
But yeah, there's some other settings that you can do in the ini file that aren't even here on the settings page.
Oh, right.
And same goes for the sharpening as well. So that is for VR normally.
Gotcha.
It does look a bit weird if you just turn it on. Gotta say, I had it on for some time actually, because I'm not sure why, but I had some issues with cars ghosting. Like the whole car looked mushy. I'd say.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the right word. And for some reason, it just went away. With some update or when I played around with settings, I've never had that issue again. But yeah, I used sharpening for a while actually, but it does look a bit weird. I gotta say, it doesn't look real.
Yeah.
That is that same effect again. Like I said earlier, like someone took Photoshop and just put the car on the track.
Yeah.
You want to avoid that. Definitely.
Yeah, that was that photo that Road America where Sobi rolled the Lamborghini. I took a little screenshot of it on the road and realised there's no shadows under the car. So it looked like the car had been photoshopped upside down on the track. Right, so let's give this a go then.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good actually. I'm just in test drive, so it's a bit faster, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still pretty smooth. And a lot more FPS. Yeah, so you're sitting at 82 now. That's pretty good. It's not too much of a loss. I think it's still looking pretty good with the shadows. Oh, yeah, you can see it better now actually. Now that the sun is behind clouds.
Yeah.
It's a lot more shadows.
That's alright. That's going around the oval. See the shadows moving.
And I'm not sure why there's like almost no shadow if you don't have it turned on. It looks a bit weird in the cockpit.
Yeah.
It's just this bland, like there's a light bulb on your head. It's just illuminating everything.
The other day it was like in the race, it was sort of like sunset, and there's like orange in the cockpit.
Yeah.
And you turn around the corner, it just all suddenly went off. It's like, like you say, it's on or off.
Yeah, now it's smoother.
Yeah, alright.
I think it should look pretty nice as well with the car behind in the nighttime. It's like the car will illuminate everything in the cockpit.
Yeah.
And once it passes, it go dark again. So I think I've had it on for Le Mans, like not the 24 hours, but when it was on ILMS or something.
Yep.
And that looked pretty good with passing at nighttime. Yeah, it's looking good. I think 75 FPS on the start finish rate. Yeah, even almost 80 FPS. That's with cars on track and streaming.
Yeah, true.
Did you put on the performance mode as well in Streamlabs, or
performance mode?
The preview on?
I don't know what that is.
So you do see the preview if you tap to Streamlabs.
Oh yeah, I can see what it's showing, yeah. I'll turn it off then so it improves it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, by a lot actually.
Oh,
I'm not sure how much it's gonna be in FPS, but it does make a lot of an improvement here when I do it.
Let's have a look.
You pretty much just right click anywhere on the canvas where you can see everything.
Yep.
And then there should be a performance mode.
Oh,
Enable performance mode? Oh no, it's just performance mode, yeah.
Performance mode is disabled. Preview is disabled. Oh right, it's done, yeah. Done it.
Yeah.
Oh cool.
And that should give you a few more FPS, I think.
Uh-huh.
I guess I can see it. Got it on stream. Waiting for it. Staring at the FPS.
Shortcut.
Well, it wasn't much, but it's like 6-7 FPS.
Yeah. Shortcut.
Yeah, I think.
My shortcut.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't need it, and you just. Because you can't see it. Oh wait, you have it on another monitor, right?
No, I don't know.
No? Okay. But yeah, you can see it anyway while racing, so you can just turn it off. And if you want to check something or change it, then you can just disable performance mode once you tap out.
Yeah.
It's just a toggle. Sadly, they don't have a button or something. I'm not sure if you can do a shortcut on the keyboard.
You might be able, yeah.
Because that might come in handy. Because sometimes there's a weird delay if you click on the canvas. It can take a few seconds until the right click, the context menu, will appear. So it would be easier to just tap somewhere on the keyboard to see what you're streaming. But yeah, I think it should be good. Not sure if you're gonna run some IMSAs tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I've done last night, and I think Dan's on the computer tonight.
Ah, I see.
Because I've basically commandeered it for the whole weekend. So
yeah.
And also I'm racing the whole weekend, so I think I'm gonna chill with Amanda tonight. And I'll get
that's a good plan.
Get my practice in tomorrow before the race. So I want to get this sorted out now, really, so I just not have to stress about this and just concentrate on the actual on the race and that. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Understandable. If you're not sure about the FPS, I mean, it's looking fine now.
Yeah.
What I can see on stream, 74. I guess that's fine for the start finish straight.
Yeah.
The rest of the track, I think, was like high 80s.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's great. It's just I was at best getting 70s.
Yeah.
And I don't know what caused it though, because previous I was like in the hundreds, you know, in practice lobby, and then race started and it was just like going wrong.
That's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe there was something on the PC as well, some updates or whatever, something in the background. Because I saw that one picture with the task manager at 100% CPU. That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't from the time where you were streaming, with the X264, the other encoder.
Yeah.
Do you know if that was from that time or from the test afterwards?
Test afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. So, I think that it should be normal if you stream with the software encoder. Like if the CPU is used, the CPU can get pretty high in Task Manager. But if you're using the NVENC encoder, it should be like hovering around maybe 40-50% maximum. Because iRacing can't use that much CPU.
Yeah.
And there's a bit that Streamlabs is using, but it's also not too much. I think it's like 10% or something.
Yeah, it was about that, yeah, well much really.
So yeah, it should never like go to 100%, so that kinda makes me think that something was going on in the background.
Yeah.
Like Windows updates or something. the normal stuff. Yeah, I mean, if it was just Windows updates, you should be good for tomorrow. that's a good thing.
Bloody hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that everything will work out tomorrow.
It will. Yeah, right. Thanks so much for your help.
Yep. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. That was a good improvement. Doubling FPS. While looking better.
Yeah, no, I like it. Thanks.
Right.
And,
yeah, no problem. Good luck for tomorrow.
Yeah, and you. I doubt we'll see each other because there's going to be tons of lobbies.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a crazy coincidence if we get into the same lobby.